So my experts are here. Hi, y'all.
Morning. Go ahead.
Nice.
I'm fine.
All is well.
So, Hassan, you haven't talked to any of the guys about what you thought about it, right?
No, sir.
Okay, you saw the debate with winning and losers, who and why.
Like who won, who lost?
Yeah.
Definitely Trump won, but yeah, it was sad, honestly. You know, I just kept thinking, like, who would you rather have to be your father? You know what I mean? And it was honestly sad to just see. I think everyone, I don't care what side you're on or what you got going on, or even if you have hate towards Trump, there's no way you could have watched that and not been like, this is a bad choice for us. This is not good to have him up here. And I think they're going to make some changes. I think late in the game they're going to have to replace him.
Replace who?
Joe.
Oh, okay.
Because it was painful to watch.
Sad movie. Always made me cry. Okay, so Trump was the winner, Joe was the loser?
Trump was a winner. I don't think he did great. I do love him, and he's a legend. He's everything that we talk about. But yeah, he won. But again, I don't. You know, this guy wasn't even. The other guy wasn't even there. So it's kind of a default win. But yeah, Trump won.
And what would have been great for you with Trump? You said you don't think he did great. What would have been great for you to hear or see?
I think just something that would have really been like, okay, this is clearly the right choice. Just a moment where it was like a real victory moment, and it didn't feel like that really happened.
So something he could have said, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That would have, okay. All right. So something that he could have said that would have been new to you or something?
Speaking to the mic.
That would have been new to you?
Maybe not new, but again, maybe more just a little more directly to like what it is that we maybe need, or something like that. So I don't know. Just a moment where it felt like it could have been undeniable. Like, wow, okay, this is definitely the guy for everybody. Everyone could have been like, you know what? Even if I don't like him, what he's saying right there is what we need.
Okay.
You know? So.
All right. The Anchor Baby, you watched it, and you even played it live on your show last night.
Did some live coverage.
Right. And what did you think? Winners and losers, and why and when?
Of course, a total win from Trump here. Biden was just, for all the things that you could say about his cognitive decline, it really was on a pretty bad display, I think, on that stage. Things I would have liked Trump to zero in on when they asked him about NATO, what he specifically feels about how he would make a deal with Russia. I would have liked him to zero in on the child care thing they asked him about, what he meant about what he would do to make it easy to make families. Young people are thinking about that. I would have liked him to zero in on they asked him about the deportations. I would like him to zero in on what he actually means on who's getting deported and all that. So those are my kind of initial thoughts on what I was watching. I honestly the thing I don't like too much about the focusing on Biden's cognitive thing is that I think it comes down to it, and you'll see it in some of these clips, that people really have moved on from that. They don't care about Biden's. It's important to a lot of people on the fence maybe, but for his voters, they're already there. The ideas were kind of there. And in my opinion, when Trump dealt with those ideas, I think he did a good job. I think he did a great job and showed kind of what's important.
Okay.
So initial thoughts there.
Nice. Friday, winners and losers, when, where, why, and how.
Yeah, so I watched the stream on Nick's stream. It was a great idea, by the way. I should have thought of that. Whatever.
You black.
We got to do it, all of us, next
was
time.
great.
Stuff that happens
Great
like this.
idea. Because it was a great turnout for him. But I mean, it's hard for me to tell who won or lost because I don't know enough about. Because usually winners and losers based off of what you say and the things you talk about, right? So I don't know too much about like the things that they're saying. But I will say on face value, it's clear that Trump was the more cohesive person that was there. But what I will say is that Biden sounded worse than I thought, but he did better than I thought. I thought that he wasn't even going to be able to complete sentences.
Well, he did say something, and he mumbled through it.
Right.
And Trump, like, I don't know what he just
That
said.
was the one really bad one, yeah.
I don't think he
sounded
knows what he said.
Crazy.
Huh?
He said, I don't think he knows
knows
what he
what
said. I don't
We
think he
beat
knows he's here.
Medicare.
It sounded so crazy. Even when he first came out and started talking on the mic, I'm like, cut his mic right now. It was so bad. But he was able to get off whatever he believes in out, even if it was a stumble, even if it was a stutter. He got all his stuff out, so I was shocked at that.
Oh, God.
But anybody watching will see, without having to know what both people are talking about, they can clearly see who is the person that is more stable. So that's what I think.
Okay. Hake, winners and losers win, where and how and why?
Night and day, Trump won easily. America won. And CNN won. Good job, CNN. They got a Jake Tapper.
Hey, Helaman loves CNN.
Yeah, Dana Bash was okay, I guess. I don't know. She was barely there. Biden, he's kind of like lovable. Even though he's so evil and decrepit and he's been a phony politician all of his life, he's always been kind of real fake. But yeah, Joel Friday is right. He's like, he sounded so awful. He sounded like he lost his voice trying to practice. I heard that he was practicing debate
Right.
at Camp David for the
A
whole week.
whole week.
Leading up
He
to
could have
it.
been napping.
So I think he was shouting and he lost his voice by that point. Or maybe he was just trying to pace himself. I heard that he was very boisterous after the debate, shouting to a crowd. Normally he'll be forceful because he's very forceful in debates historically. And he's been at this pushing his lies because all he did was lie for like decades. You know, he was the second youngest senator, he said, who came into to the government, and now he's like the oldest.
And the first shall be last.
Yeah, he made all kinds of phony accusations against Trump about the Nazis, about the all kinds of stuff, the rape and all that stuff. Trump's molesting somebody.
He said
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
He
crazy.
said
And so that was phony. And they try to, I see the stuff afterwards, they're trying to say, oh, Biden struggled and then Trump lied. No, Trump told the truth and he didn't struggle.
All right.
He may have said stuff that was imprecise, perhaps. I don't know, because I don't know the facts and details. But he was telling the big picture truth. Trump has always been strong ever since before he was even a politician. I remember him talking about China. And he made the point about China. He made a point about the immigration thing causing different problems with including the fentanyl. They're contributing to the fentanyl stuff. So it was nice. I didn't catch the abortion part of the debate at the very beginning.
Right.
I came in about 15 minutes late. And I was watching Anchor Baby, and then I was watching the TV later and stuff like that.
Amazing.
But he was right on, as far as I saw.
A friend of mine texted me afterwards saying, he was like, oh, Biden did good. I was like, yeah, give him a ribbon. And like, Biden, you get a ribbon too.
He made it all the way through.
You know how the kids, when they play kid ball, whatever,
Participation trophy.
the team give everybody.
A certificate of participation.
I didn't get the clip, but Jill pretty much treats him like that.
Biden, you did good too, okay? Here's a ribbon.
There's a clip going around. It's Jill saying, "Oh, you did so great, and you knew all the facts."
To encourage him,
like afterwards, I was like, "Oh no."
You get a ribbon, you get a ribbon, you get a ribbon. And but another friend texted me like, you need to make the point that Republicans need to encourage the people to vote out all these Democrats because we know now somebody else is running Biden. We don't know who's really running the Democratic Party, but it's not Biden. That's for sure.
Puppet.
Yeah.
And so, and they've been lying all the time about it. And we need to get them out of the Senate, out of Congress, out of everywhere, because they've been lying, and now we know it. Here is from DD Geopolitics. Is that right?
Yeah.
Geopolitics. Biden called Trump a sucker and a loser. Watch this.
My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
First of all, that was a made-up quote, suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine that's failing, like many of these magazines.
That was when they were trying to accuse Trump of calling veterans suckers and losers.
Right.
It
Something like
doesn't
that.
it didn't make sense that he would even do that.
Yeah.
He had like somebody said something about a family member, he
I
cried.
know, yeah. Like he was all
You're a
offensive.
Because he's all, my son was in the Iraq.
Like, don't talk about my mama.
Yeah. There was a lot of moments that I'm watching Biden's reaction to what Trump is saying, and you could tell he's taking a lot of things personal.
Yeah.
Like his face, you can just see it all in his eyes.
I was hoping
That's
Trump
true.
say, "Shut up, Biden,"
Yeah.
and just throw them all
That's what
out.
Sam wanted to.
Shut up, Biden.
Sit down.
And you guys are all aware that they was controlling the mics, right? They would
Yeah.
cut off each person's mic.
Yeah, they muted him.
And so Trump or Biden, because they both were trying to respond a couple times to each other, but you couldn't hear them because they had cut the
Cut
mic
the mic
off.
off.
Yeah.
I actually think they did better this time around than last time as far as
Yeah.
mics go. Because before they were like cutting Trump off all the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
So I'm glad that they.
I noticed too that there was a couple times where Biden was stumbling.
Yeah.
And the moderator would say, "Okay, thank you, Mr. Biden."
Jake Tapper. Yeah, somebody
Did y'all
said he
see
couldn't
that?
fill his time.
Yeah, Jake Tapper came in like a lifeline.
Mama. You saw that, Hassan?
Yeah, they definitely threw him a life vest a few times.
They
Like,
sure did.
okay, we got it. Let's don't worry about it. Don't stress out.
Okay, we understand. You can stop.
But you know, when I heard about the muting of the mics and stuff, I thought it was kind of beta, and I was like, this is going to be dumb because you should be able to, you can't. It's hard to have a debate when you're being
Yeah.
controlled like that.
Yeah.
But I actually think it worked out well.
Yeah.
I
that
actually
is it.
think, I think this however they did it,
Uh-huh.
I think was actually, it was good.
What do you think? With the mic turned off thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that last time it was horrible. It was one-sided last time. The last debate 4 years ago,
Right.
it was horrible. And I remember them cutting Trump's mic off all the time every time he would try to rebuke, but they let him.
What do you say with the mic?
Yeah,
control?
that's Joel makes a good point. 4 years ago versus yesterday is like the difference between the Hake Report shouting over each other and the Jesse Lee Peterson show where it's orderly. Like you wait, you speak, you have your piece, I speak my piece, and then if you talk over me, all right, bye.
I agree with you guys. What do you think about that, Nick?
No, I've had the similar thoughts. I thought it would be a little beta. I was saying last night that it worked out better, I think. And I'm thinking right now, I think it worked out better just because of maybe the mentality of Trump or the guys there, because CNN really didn't get in there that much. They kind of tried helping Biden there, but they really didn't need to get in there. What they did is they just used the time of their next question to respond to the previous thing. And
Yeah.
so
Right.
And just real quick, and I want to say, and to Nick's point, is that the temperament. I think Trump is really being a real gentleman about all this, because he could really be going in and like knocking him out. You know what I mean? But I think he honestly feels. Again, it's sad to see, regardless of what side you're on, to see that is just, it's almost inhumane
To
have
see
this
Biden
guy,
all old and
to
decrepit.
have this guy up there.
They don't care about him.
And I think
They
Trump.
want what they want.
Yeah, and I think Trump is actually really kind of being respectful and being, he's kind of letting him, hang himself and let the people just see, look, without me bullying him or anything,
Yeah.
the truth is the truth. You
Yeah.
guys got to look at this and see it. You know what I mean? I don't even need to apply any pressure. This is self, this is self-destruction here. So
Yeah, he was
Nice.
appropriate. He was classy about it.
I agree with you guys that they treated Trump horribly with the mic thing last time.
Yeah.
But I wish they had the mic on the whole time. But still, the debaters had sense enough not to really overdo it, talking on each other. But I like it when the mics are on so you can get natural reaction to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I would debated
cuff.
Biden, I would have said, "What day is it?"
No, and
And he was like, "Oh no."
oh, go ahead.
That's
No, I think Trump's doing so well with this because he knows how to walk a fine line.
You would have bullied him as well as on said.
I would have said,
would've
"Who
known.
is your mama?"
It would have no longer came about.
What's
the
your
debate.
birthday?
And that would have thrown Biden off for the
Everybody
rest of the
out.
debate.
Yeah.
The debate would have been over. Biden would have been trying to get out of there.
Which way to go?
going home.
Which way is home? But I think that Trump is doing such a great job at walking this fine line
Yeah.
because he's being wise about it, and he also knows that there are people, that he's held to the way higher standard than Biden is. So if he messes up a little bit, all they have to do is point to that, and then that would be their excuse to take away. Well, I can't say that, but for it not to be in his favor, right?
I disavow.
I just
But-
about.
But it's kind of like the thing that you talk about. The "if" poem is like
Right.
not talk too wise,
Yes.
not be. That's what Trump did yesterday because he could have easily just like poked at all those little things because it's insane and people would have loved him for it, but it wouldn't have looked good for him professionally.
But I
so.
thought it was really funny when Trump was looking at him and Biden was trying to talk, and then the last words, you didn't know what he was saying.
Yeah.
But Trump, like, I don't know what he just said.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even think he knows.
There's a little jab there for sure.
And I saw, I never turned over to CNN to get their response to it. And I saw this one female reporter. She was interviewing the ex-mayor or something of New Orleans, I think. And he's now helping run Biden's campaign. And she was like, "What are we going to do now? What's the Democrats going to do now?" Everybody's saying, "You got to get Biden out of there." The Democrats are desperate, something like that. The Democrats are desperate now to find somebody. That was awful last night.
Wow.
And even they had the Democrat, you know how they have a group of people sit around and watch it, and then they get instant responses from those people. What do you call those people?
It's like panelists, but it's town hall
Analysts.
type,
What?
like the regular people, right?
Regular folks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a off the
the
cuff.
audience.
Wow, what's that word?
Town hall.
They have you sit there and watch it, and then as soon as the debate is over, they have you
Answer
comment on
questions.
what you thought about it.
Oh.
React
And they were all, I think they were all Democrats, and they were like, that was bad.
Wow.
They were like, "He's senile." One lady said, "He's senile,"
Terrible.
and then one guy said, that ain't gonna work. And so as a result, I think something like 57% of the people said Biden was awful.
Wow.
That's like
And that's
Yeah, I mean, it
People in
was like
general or
60 something.
Democrats?
Democrats.
The
Oh,
CNN poll
wow.
had 60 something percent and 30 something percent Trump won over Biden.
Something like that out in right. And so the Democrats are running scared this morning. They don't know what to do. What did you expect from it? That they would go like,
I expected it to be a horror show for Biden. Meaning I didn't expect him to be able to even have enough energy to get out all the things that he said because
Right.
his mind seemed to have been working faster than his mouth. So he was stumbling and stuff like that. But I didn't even expect him to be able to form the sentences that he formed. So he
Right.
did a little bit better than what I had in mind. But I think that is so, it is like crazy to like, it is kind of sad when you think about it that the Democrats, and it's kind of weird that now they're kind of like, oh my God, that was so bad. But the Democrats this whole time have seen
They
Biden
already
be
knew
so
it. Yeah.
insane.
He's been falling
Yeah.
and falling asleep at those little presidential events and all kind of stuff.
Trying to find a chair that ain't there. Like, all
And
kinds
then
of-
he reaching to shake hands, nobody around. And he like trying to find a way off the stage.
in the wrong way all
Yeah.
over the place. But
Yeah.
but the thing, but it's so crazy because there's nobody in his circle or on his team
Even wife.
or in his wife that'll say like, listen, I don't care how you feel about this. You are not in good health. You
Yeah.
should not do this.
Yeah.
But they have that agenda that they want to put him up there anyway, and that should be a total obvious move on the Democratic Party that they would even allow Biden to go up there and debate
Well,
in that
they
condition.
they want power. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're using this man to try to maintain power and control.
Yeah.
So they don't care what they do to him. What? He could have fallen out up there. They don't care.
Yeah.
The doctor ran up there, give him a shot or something. Get up.
Get back in there. But that should be apparent to America that Democrats don't care. Adrenaline shot right into it.
There were times when Trump was speaking, Biden was like looking at Trump like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to suck in your chin a little bit more.
Like, who is this guy? And where am I?
It felt like at
Yeah,
times
bad.
whoever was in his ear was like, "Close your mouth."
Yeah.
I saw him. Yeah, I
You know
saw
what I mean?
him
Like,
touch his ear one time. I was saying, I wonder if his implant about to fall out. Maybe Big Mama Michelle, somebody talking to him under the podium. That would have been funny if one of the Democrats was under there talking to him on the phone, and he went like, "Huh?"
Yeah, he got. See, I thought there was
Salute
gonna be
the
moments like
Marines.
that. That's what I was thinking. I thought he was gonna have like crazy moments like that. I was like, look, this is not gonna be good.
So here is another from somebody.
Kanekoa.
Canacola. Biden and Trump discuss migrant rape. Watch this.
Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in. They talk about that, but here's the deal: there's a lot of young women who are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters. It's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
There have been many young women murdered by the same people he allows to come across our border. We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world, considered the most dangerous place anywhere in the world. And he opened it up, and these killers are coming into our country, and they are raping and killing women.
Terrible.
Fire.
He should ask Biden, do you know all these women being raped by these illegals? What the?
He's basically saying
Yeah.
Americans do it too.
Yeah.
That's all he's saying.
Yeah. Like, it's okay because Americans are doing it.
Yeah.
They getting raped by their dad and mama and sister and brother. Might as well let the illegal rape them.
No, that was so bad. And not only that, I mean, he's not wrong. Biden's not wrong in what he's saying, but the thing is that he denied after that that's happening. That the people are coming across the border and they're dangerous people and they're raping. He denied that, and it's just obvious. And
We hear
apparent.
it almost every day
Yeah.
now.
There's so many cases you can't keep track of them.
Right.
That
Absolutely.
was for Biden too. He was supposed to dunk on that, but it was just an opening for Trump.
Yeah.
Amazing. And here's the last soundbite that we have here. And that was painful. That was painful, said some CNN host post-debate. Watch this from CNN.
That was painful. I love Joe Biden. I work for Joe Biden. He didn't do well at all. He did not do well at all. And he looked, I'll give you the analysis. You kind of have the old man versus the con man. I can walk you through how I'm supposed to see it and say it, but I just want to speak from my heart. I love that guy. That's a good man. He loves his country. He's doing the best that he can.
You say, Nick?
He's doing the best that he can, guys. Come on.
What a
But
mess.
I left that in because the thing, if I may present a little devil's avocado, in that for some Trump supporters, for not all, a lot of us are maybe more in reality, but for them it's like, wow, they see Biden, they see the gaffes, they see the cognitive thing, and they think it's a blowout, it's totally over. But I think it's a little closer than people think, and it's because of this. It's because of what kind of Van Jones is expressing, and I think there's a segment of the population who doesn't care about the gaffes, pretty much basically admits that he's a puppet, is fine with it, but believes that it's just a better choice in some weird backwards way. So that's why I left that in.
Nice. Yes.
Well, just real quick, I just want to say, I mean, Van Jones is just a complete joke. And
I know.
But, I also think that for the Democrats, like, it really hurts them. They need to just, it doesn't help them having Joe. I don't even get it. Like, if they had Michelle Obama, they'd be smoking right now.
And they would have a lot of ribs.
But they'd really be like, they'd have the women, they'd have the minorities. They could make it like a race thing. Like, oh, you're not gonna vote for this black woman. They could do this whole thing. I don't know. They're really dropping the ball.
But they have Camilla Harris. Isn't she black?
That's true.
Barely.
That's true. But
She doesn't seem very
yeah,
black.
she.
Where has she been?
Even though I kind of like her, though. I kind of like her.
You like her?
I mean, she has like an interesting quality about her. Like
What?
how James says that certain people have like endearing qualities. She's got.
He said this about the black people.
And about
Not
Biden.
certain people, black people.
They're entertaining.
He said the blacks are very entertaining. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. And you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to. For one, I'll say this is that I guess I was a lot nicer to Biden than his even own people. They're like, that was bad. But the thing is that what surprised me, it's hard for me to even believe what these people are saying because they act like this is just the first example of Biden looking crazy.
Yeah.
Like this has been, and you've been backing him and putting him up there, and now all of a sudden, oh, it didn't look so good. Oh, that looks bad. Like he's been on the decline.
You make a good point because they've been saying all along, Biden is Biden winning.
sharp.
Biden
Right.
is smart. He moved good and blah, blah, blah. And they act like we didn't know what was going on or they didn't even know. But now they're crying in their milk because everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
But they have already seen it.
Yeah.
Everybody already knew it. You can ask a bum on the street and they knew it.
You know what I think it is? I think that now they see that everybody sees it, and so now they're trying to agree with it to not make them look bad.
I wonder if they thought that Biden was going to do better or something last night. I don't know because they're crying this morning. I've never seen a bunch of crying people before, and you just heard it right there with that guy. What do you say, Jay?
I know. I thought he was going to do better last night. Because normally he does. He does
Right.
okay. And I mean,
He
he does
be
okay in
loud
the sense
because,
he's
you know,
loud.
yeah.
He's loud and he's shameless. And he was a bit shameless. Which
Yeah.
is kind of, that's what I like about him. He's kind of, he's just his evil self. It was funny what Van Jones claiming, the old man versus the con man. No, the old man was the old con man. He's a phony politician.
That's what the Democrats been doing all the last 3 or 4 years, conning us.
Yep.
They won't even put money in our country to shut down the border, to deport the criminal, put people back in jail. They send all the money over to Ukraine and everywhere else but in America. That's been going on forever. And everybody like, why don't you help us? It's our money.
Yeah.
But they won't do anything. What a mess.
Like you could see at moments in the debate when Trump is confronting Biden over issues that he's ignoring.
Yeah.
Because Trump, it's like clear that Trump cares about the country. He's not just trying to score some dumb point against Biden. He's like serious. He's like, this is a serious issue.
I'm so glad that Donald Trump accepted this debate.
Me too.
And it was an awful situation. The average person probably would not have accepted you. You got to they're going to turn your mics off.
Yeah.
You can't say this and do this and that. They got this, the worst modern debate.
Yeah.
Not your friend up there, right?
Yeah.
You know they're against you.
Hosted by CNN.
Right, hosted by CNN and everything. And Trump said, yes, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
He ran to it and not away from it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, even Republicans, like, I don't think Trump should have taken this. They don't look at all these restrictions and things he can say and do. But he did it anyway. He did an amazing job walking into that situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Handled it like a man.
What manner of man is this?
I'm not surprised that Van Jones. I'm not surprised. I think that Van Jones was maybe sincerely, emotionally, quote unquote, loving Biden, because Biden is one of those phony politicians who's like, he'll touch you to make you feel good, and make you feel good about him.
Yeah.
That's what those. That's like what.
yeah.
And Van Jones also is that guy that we played years ago where he was like breaking down on camera.
I
Remember?
thought so, yeah.
Yeah, like full out emotional type
Beta.
of guy. So he is like, I don't surprise him.
They used to say that he was a communist.
Who?
Van Jones.
The whole Democratic Party is a communist.
No, I think he was like a real, and then he denounced it.
The
later
whole
or something.
Democratic Party is a real communist
I think
party.
that's why they kicked him out, because he used to be in the Obama administration. I think. Way back.
I don't remember him being a communist, but I just know the Democratic Party is a communist party. Yes,
Do you guys remember them getting to immigration at all? You know how the Jake Tapper, they had like segments and they were like, okay, now we'll get to the economy. Now, did they ever do one on immigration? Like they got to touch on it over.
Yeah, they should. Not a lot. I expected more about it.
I don't think they even asked a question about immigration.
According to Brave AI, Van Jones, in a 2005 interview, said that he had become a communist by August 1992.
Whoa.
He was involved with the Revolutionary Communist Party, RCP, responsible for the 1992 Los Angeles riots after the Rodney King verdict. So,
Oh, man.
and then he, so anyway.
You're right. They didn't touch on, I don't remember them touching on the immigration issue.
Even once.
Trump did.
Yeah,
he
Trump
Trump
did.
yeah.
Like he
He
had
brought
to
it
like
in.
force it. He had
Trump-
to like bring it
Trump
in
talked about it,
at
but-
different moments. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's take a couple calls on this. We'll run out of time here. Let me go to Mike out of Southern Ohio. Mike, welcome to the show. You're on with the experts.
Hey, what's up, brother?
All is well.
Yeah, I was calling to talk about the debate. I called last Friday. I don't know if you remember me. But
Never
yeah,
ask
I
a black
figured
man if he remembers.
That's funny. Yeah, I got some stuff written down here while I was listening. Hold on, let me pull it out. Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people have been reading a lot of stuff where people are like, "Oh, I feel bad for Joe Biden and stuff," because really I kind of do.
Stay close to your
Really
phone.
not.
Come back
Sorry,
to
he's really there. He's just, I don't feel like I almost have any mercy for him at this point. They've kind of lied their way into making us. They've been lying from the start.
Yeah.
Saying, we've been saying this is going to happen. We've been saying it from the beginning that he is not going to make it. Like
Yeah.
he's on a cognitive decline. And it seems like now they are acting shocked. Like they're totally like, oh, we didn't expect this. How could you not expect it?
Yeah, that's the point
You know?
that Joel and I were talking about earlier. They act like they didn't know until last night that Joe Biden has issues.
Yeah, they're acting brand new. And then the CNN guys afterwards were like, oh, I like the guy. He's a good dude, you know. And then they all want to call Trump a liar. It's like they're not going to acknowledge the fact that they've been lying to us, saying that he's totally cognitively aware.
Right.
And that was shocking to them. That blows me away. Like the irony in that. Yeah, and I think it's probably just going to be a vote for Kamala Harris. They want us to vote for they're going to ship him out, and they're going to put somebody else there, you know, just as bad.
Do you think that they would, excuse me, do you think they would try to put somebody else in at this time? Isn't it too
Ooh,
late?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it's not too late. Oh, that's why they had their early debate then.
Yeah, I believe so. I've been reading that. I've been hearing that they made it earlier, so it's, well, I don't know if it's true, but it's just, that's what I assume, because there's no way he's going to make it. There's absolutely no way.
Yeah, I can't see him holding out until November.
And holding out until next year either.
Right.
I mean, I seen a funny post on Instagram that said they had his only goal at the corner of the night, and it said live, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense because he's about to freaking die.
Well,
He is definitely about to die.
oh, so they're having the National Democratic Convention in July, James? Did you write that?
Yeah.
I think.
Oh
it
no,
is.
no! That's the Republican National Convention. It's in August.
That's what
August 19th to 22nd, 2024.
The Democratic Convention.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Let me go to.
Can I say really
Yeah.
quick? Another 4 years, there's no way that Biden can get through that.
Mike, look like he can't make another 4 minutes.
That's what Sam was saying. But there's no way that they would have to switch. They would have to switch him out. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Did I see Gavin Newsom there in the crowd?
Maybe.
There was a white man look like Gavin.
Might have
He
been.
had
I
good
didn't see
hair.
it.
It
I
was all
heard
that-
I saw some scene of him on camera.
I think he was being
After the-
interviewed like out in
Yeah.
out there in the big
Outside.
room somewhere.
That was somebody that they were trying to maybe push for president. It sounded like.
They may go and do it
Speculation.
now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But they have to get a black person because if they don't get a black person, the black people will get mad.
But isn't that what Kamala's job is there for? In case, isn't she the next one in
They
charge?
know
They know
that
that she's just not liked.
right. They know if they keep her,
Yeah.
it's over.
But by law, they can switch it up completely. Like
Yeah.
they're like, bye,
Yeah.
move. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they can get rid of her so fast and make her head
I
swim.
didn't know that.
She's already talking about, or I haven't heard her say it, I don't think, but the rumor is she's going to run for governor of California.
Oh,
I
no.
think that's her way out to say, hey, I know I'm out of here.
That's funny.
If that's true that she's going to run for governor.